James here with Rogue Duelist Trade. In partnership with ProPlay Games, we have started the very first YuGiOh Investments Patreon. On this Patreon, you'll have access to near wholesale rates on Yu-Gi-Oh product, as well as some key advice and information on the newest releases. Get distribution-like connections on the newest product as low as $649 per case. Not to mention some exclusive perks, including Q&As and product ratio videos on release. No matter which tier, our goal is to help you make a successful side business out of Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't wait, spots are limited. Check out our Patreon today in the link below. I'll see you there.
What is up, guys? Live here at ProPlay Games, and you placed in the top 4 this past weekend at our 3-box tournament. What'd you play and why?
So I played Dogmatika and Invoked. I think it's the best control deck this format. You have the recursion from Invoked, you have the baiting from it, and then you have, of course, the Dogmatika engine, which is completely insane right now. Really good tournament overall. You know, really proud of PPG posting everything that's going on. Really fun.
Sweet. All right, let's check it out.
For sure. So we'll start off. Of course, you have the 3 Alistairs. Yeah, nothing much to say there. Then you go off into the Dogmatika, Ecclesia, 3, you have to play it. You have the 2 hand trap, the floors. Now, floor is really good. At 3, you don't really need it. It's 2 cloggy, 2 is perfect. And then something that people are not doing right now is playing Maximus. I feel like Maximus was just easy access to a win con and a deck that really gets really grindy, and a lot of decks can't deal with what you can bring out with this. And then also it's kind of like a weird mind game that has going on with the meta. The less people play it, the better it is once you do catch them off guard, because people don't have cards in the extra deck for it. So the more popular it is, the less potent it can get. And then you go into hand traps, 3 Ash, best all around hand trap. It's mandatory in my opinion right now, especially in the new format. You're gonna play a lot of rogue, people trying new strategies, and this is the one that hits the most cards. Then you go to the most powerful hand trap, which is Gamma. Gamma just negates an effect and it gets rid of a problem. You do have to play the 1 brick, but it's a worthwhile risk. 2 Veiler. Now, Veiler would be, in my opinion, the 4th best hand trap in the format. Maybe behind Nibiru. I didn't want to play Nibiru though, because I felt control was going to be really popular, especially with the block ban. And again, it's just testing the waters with the new format right now. That's it for the monsters. Of course, you have to play the 3 meltdowns. Surprised it didn't get hit on the list. Maybe once we get more events that Konami can judge. This card is really strong. You can do a lot of plays with it. You can chain your Schism, and just really your opponent not being able to respond after the fusion summon is really good. And you're gonna see like why this card becomes even more relevant if you can play it right. The 1 terraforming. 2 invocations. I don't play desires, and just 2 is really fine. Sometimes you can even play 1, but 2 is perfect right now. You have the servants. Yeah, not much you can say. It's the Rhoda for the Dogmatika engine. Really, really strong. Then if you play Maximus, you have to play this card, just in case you do get that, you do hit that 1 player that they do send something relevant from their extra deck to the graveyard, and it's actually really good too if you're going second. If you get hit by hand traps, it's also really good. 2 Droplets. It works with the Alistair engine. I only saw it once throughout the whole tournament, but it was really good. I was able to bait out a Mechaba with it. They changed it to Alistair, just changed this, took the Alistair off field. It was decent. And then something that's really good right now that has worked out for me are the super polymerizations. With the Dragoon being as popular as it is now, especially with how they hit Block Dragon and then a lot of other things in the meta, it's just everybody's clamoring for Dragoons, and then Dragoon is such an easy target for super polymerization, as well as it really mixes well with your Invoked engine. And then, of course, the last spell, Harpy's Feather Duster, really, really strong. You had to play it if you had access to it. I don't see why. This card has to be either be in your main deck or your side deck. It's just too strong. Now, for traps, This is all from the Dogmatika engine. This, if you hard draw it or you can search it, it's really strong. It stops the recursion for the next turn of Alistair, which is why I felt that Schism has to be played. It's again, it's a win condition all on its own, and you're able to. One play that's really strong that I noticed, especially in the mirror, is when they activate Ecclesia in hand, you chain Schism. If you have Meltdown, when everything resolves, because Ecclesia summons on the summon right after the summon of Winda, they cannot activate Ecclesia effect. Again, it's really strong. And then Impermanence, again, one of the stronger hand traps as well because of it plays around the triple tactics. That's it for the main deck. Flush 40. Gonna get to extra deck or set deck?
Extra deck. Yeah.
Extra deck tokens. You have the Invoked engine. So as you can see here, I am playing just 4. Mechaba is standard. You summon in the best. The best turn 1 field is with Mechaba. This is really good in the grind game. Is the new Invoked. It when you summon him, you destroy 1 card on the field, 1 monster on the field, and then you banish 1 fusion monster from your graveyard. He gains the attack. Is this replaced Purgatrio for me? I felt that Purgatrio clashes with what you want to do with Winda. You're not letting them summon as much as possible, and then this card can just deal with that 1 threat. And then of course Elysium is really good, really good with super polymerization. It actually won a game for me. It's again really good if you're playing polymerization. Now with the same vein on super polymerization, you're playing these targets. Now, this one is 1 fusion and 1 dark monster. What this can deal with is the Predaplant, Verte, and Dragoon, or pretty much you can do it with the mirror. This card comes up all the time, and it's also good against Thunder. Thunder is actually a really hard matchup for this deck, and this helps you deal with it. You have Mud Dragon. Mud Dragon is same attribute, different types, so you can do it to the Dogmatika and Mechaba. It's really good. It's the other best one. And then this one is the Chimera Felicia. This one is mixes really well with the Dogmatika engine because you can send it and then search Super Poly in the next standby. So if you get hit with another Maximus, you can send this and have the Super Poly ready. This is also 1 Predaplant monster and 1 Dark monster, so you can also do it to Verte and Dragoon itself. You get to the Shadal engine. Now, something that's not quite standard is I played 2 Winda in the grind game. Some decks can deal with the first one, and then the second one is just a complete blowout. I would not cut it. It actually did come up a few times, and it's really good. Construct to get your Schism back, and then Upcalone to actually search the Schism. You have the last 2 fusions that you only ever really send off of Nadir. This one can pop anything, really good. I never missed the second one. This one does let you get into it. Again, you don't really ever miss the second one. And then of course, the only 2 links that you do play for Alistair to get him off field. Now for the side deck, played 3 Dark Ruler No Mores. It's just for combo. I still felt that there was going to be Inferno Balls. Rock, actually there was a Rock player that did really well in the tournament, even without block, so relevant. Cosmic Cyclone, it can be chained to Schism, it can be chained to a lot of things, and it just completely removes cards from Eldritch, so they can't recur it in the end phase. It's the best back removal. I think it's better than Lightning Storm, just because, again, you're playing a control deck, so you don't necessarily have an OTK every single time, and this just lets you deal with that 1 threat. Valencia, I thought, and a lot of my friends thought, that Dinosaurs was going to be a lot more relevant than what we saw on Saturday. It's actually pretty good also versus the Invoked and Dogmatika. Yeah, I wouldn't cut it. It's still really good. And then if Orcas ever becomes a thing, especially since they have Rusty back, this will be a lot more relevant as well. 3 3 evenly matched. The most, I think, standard side deck card, apart from like Pankratops, which fun enough I don't play. It just deals with both back row and the field itself. It's really good. I think every deck should be playing this. And then I was scared of the Inferno Balls, so I played Nibiru. Again, is this really only for Inferno Balls? I guess now, no, yeah, just Inferno Balls really. I didn't play Inferno Balls, but again, I wouldn't necessarily cut this card either. And that's it.
Thank you so much for the deck profile. Anything notable you want to say about the tournament? Bad matchups or significant matchups or anything like that?
No, that'll be all. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Hope to see a lot more from you in the future. Congrats again on the top finish.
Thank you.